Yeah, whatever. So what's the best light on Amazon for $15 or less? That's the question. I think I've got a couple good answers here. We'll see. You see here I've got two of these. These are not actually the exact same light. A few differences. I'll show you those in the comparison. But I got the Caterpillar branded light. I've got the Larry, the little Larry. I've got the $410 or 410 Lumen 10 or 11 or $12 light, a clone of the Astro 40 SL more or less. And then I've got this light, which I have some high hopes for. Why do I have those high hopes? Well, I'll show you in the conclusion, but stay tuned for the comparison. Okay, so I've got, we're about 9 at night here in Seattle, so it's the latter part of dusk. It's pretty dark outside. There is some background light, but up first, I'll give you the Larry. I believe this is rated, some of the time these are rated at 170, other times I think it's 210. Check the links down in the description, I'll put these down there. But this, I believe, is the lowest rated light output, and it has the magnetic clip that swivels there. So here's the engine compartment. Really good light, good throw. Like I say, it is fairly dark outside now, so it doesn't take as much light to give you contrast. But we're talking about more emergency lights, not necessarily everyday shop lights. Ones under 15 bucks that are going to get the job done. And both this one and the next one take AAA batteries. So that gives you a pretty good idea, and like I said, the clip on this one is magnetic. We'll get to the next one here. This is the Caterpillar brand. They have these also branded as Easy Red. I've got both versions. This is the one with the base plate that's magnetic. This is actually the one that I prefer. The clip does not swivel. It's just a fixed clip, but the base plate, the magnet, hopefully you can hear that. I'm hooking it to the underside of the hood here. A little bit brighter. Like I say, I think this is the one that's rated at about 200 lumens. So it's rated a little bit brighter than the Larry. Good light, good throw. About equal throw to the Larry, really, but the light is a little bit more intense if I'm being objective here. So that's it. That's the Caterpillar. That one's yellow. Okay, now a step up in class. Actually, a couple steps up in class. I've got the get backlight with the other one. You see the video I did on this? I'll link it right up here. The one that's 410 lumens, I want to say. It's the one with the base that's magnetic, and it's swivel and adjustable, and this thing's quite a bit larger, but still under $15. Well, as expected, rated at over 400 lumens, this thing obviously is going to give you considerably more light. Now, what's the trade-off for that? Well, like I said just a minute ago, this thing is quite a bit bigger. You look at it in comparison to the other light, it's over twice the length. So debatable as to whether or not this is portable. Really probably isn't, unless you have like a go bag you keep it in. Ultimate portability anyway. The other ones you can keep in your pocket. This one, you're gonna have to have a pretty massive pocket to keep this one in there. But you see, let me clip it to the underside of the hood here. That thing's going to give you quite a bit of light. Quite a bit of light. And it's a wheel, so it's adjustable. And when I tested this thing before, it took almost 3 hours for it to drain from absolutely full to absolutely empty with me having the dial turned all the way up. So this is by far the most light. Hold on. Okay, here's the one I had high hopes for. Let me give you a little background light here again while I'm showing it to the camera. This thing, you see it pivots on multiple axes. You go all the way, basically gives you 360 degree of rotation, and I'll show you here in the wrap-up some of what I'm talking about. But again, magnetic base plate, and it has the added feature of having the light in the end there, and it's got multiple modes. I think I paid $14 for this. They have a large version that's it's $15. Hold on a second here. So you see kind of why I like it there. It's kind of a tweener in size. Here's the problem. Here's the power button. Spot the problem yet? That's high. That's low. That's the light at the end. So what's the problem? Well, this thing will not hold a charge. It didn't come DOA, but very quickly something happened. This thing started smelling, and it didn't start smoking, but basically the thing won't hold a charge for more than a minute or two, and it won't get all the way full. I don't know if you could pick that up on camera, but it's already draining all the way down. So this one, unfortunately, is a dud. See, I just shook it and it turned itself off. All right, hold on. So I ask you again, what's the best light on Amazon for $15 or less? It's not this. It's not the Braun work light that actually, see my video for that up here. They raised the price. Harbor Freight knows what they've got. I want to say they raised this from $30 regular price to, I saw it for $35 or $40. Great light. Still worth that. Clone of an Astro Pneumatic 31 SL. Why am I showing you this? Well, you saw in the comparison, why did I have high hopes for this light here? It's basically because they were trying to make, it looked to me like they were trying to make a miniature version of this light. And so that's why I had high hopes for it. Size-wise, set that off to the side. Size-wise, this was kind of a tweener, and I thought, you know, just based on design, this thing should be my favorite. The problem is, as you saw in the demonstration, the execution on this light falls short. So I can't give it a recommendation. Did I get a dud? It's possible, but I can only judge the light I've got. So that light's out of the question. Astro, too expensive and not on Amazon. Or Astro, Braun light, sorry. So the question is, which of these three lights that are all, and I should add, these lights here are $10 give or take. The smaller lights, the Larry, the Cat, the Easy Red branded. This light's around 10 to 12 bucks depending on who you order it from. Again, links down in the description for all these lights. My Amazon links helps me out, doesn't cost you anything extra. So what's the best? What's the best for you? Well, the most portable obviously is going to be one of these smaller lights. So for purely an emergency situation, the light that you can bring with you all the time is better than a light you don't have because it's too big. So these went out on ultimate portability. And if I have to judge between these two, I think I said it in the demonstration, I like the Cat version because I like the magnetic base plate. This one has the magnetic clip. I don't like it quite as well. And between these two, the Cat is a little bit brighter. So just comparing those, I think it's that one. Now, if you have a little bit more room, if you're putting something in your trunk, if you have a go bag where you can fit this light, hopefully I didn't make you mad by shining the light there on you. This light is great. Like I say, from anywhere from 10 to 12 bucks, you can't go wrong. I've carried this thing around in my work truck now for several months. I use it pretty regularly. It's held up well. But what's the best light under 15 bucks? Well, it depends. It depends on what you can handle. If you want more light, you don't mind the extra bulk, this light. If not, one of these smaller lights, they work really, really well. But hey, for $10 give or take for these and $10 to $12 for this light, why not have one of each? One of the smaller ones and then one larger one. 2 lights for $20 give or take. You can't beat that. Anyway, this one's rechargeable. The batteries aren't removable. These are not rechargeable. I mean, you could use rechargeable batteries, but they take AAAs. So what's the best? Well, depends on the situation, depends on your situation. But I would say just buy one of each, because that way you're not going to be outmatched. Anyway, little comparison video for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Until then, make sure you check out my Amazon links, my Amazon store, onlinetoolvendors.com. Until then, ta-ta for now.